So basically, you have your short spear. You're going to throw it, and you get your, in this case, agility again.
Right. So that's a D10.
So that's a D10, and you have your 2D6.
Right, but then I have my 1 dot in thrown weapons, and so that so it's the same roll as before.
Yes.
Let's hope for a better roll this time.
Let's see.
It's terrible. It's an absolutely wretched roll.
How much is it?
It is a 11.
Okay, no, this is basically a roll that gets you something on the average. If it was a goblin, it would have a defense probably of 9 or 10, and you will still get something out of it. But this is not a goblin. So
what is its defense?
Its defense in this case would be, I think, for a creature like this, probably a 13 would be.
No problem at all. I am spending my 2 energy to get to a 13.
Okay. So at this point, you're going to eat, and wait a second.
But you're going to get me one.
You're going to do 2 damages. You're going to do 2 damages.
Yeah, but that's nothing. No. We need to do more than that. Can I spend energy to get higher?
Okay. No, in this case, technically speaking, no.
Okay.
I mean,
forget it. Just asking.
This is a bad roll. I mean, you pick at a minor. This would work fine because the Minotaur is really big for. I mean, Tessa is probably going to die.
I know that. Keep going.
Okay. So basically, the spear hits him in the chest and drops to the floor, and it didn't pierce the skin. Mm-hmm. Okay. At this point, we are at 5. You have thrown your thing, and he's at 5. He made 1 step toward you, so you are. Let me pick back the map. So basically, you will be
7 now. Is that correct?
We interrupted him on 5.
Right.
So basically, on 5, he was still in A, and you would be at 2 steps in. So now you have thrown the axe. The spear speed is 4. So you're going to act again on 9.
Right.
Because weapons attack that's why we have 2 tracks, more or less. Some activities end when the timer ends, and some activities are instant, and you act again when they end.
Right.
When the timer ends. So it's up to him. He's going to make 1 step toward you to reach you, because otherwise he can't. So that's going to cost him 2, and he gets to 7. And then he's going to swing his axe at you.
How do you do that?
Okay, at this point, me, the narrator, I don't have dice.
Tell me what dice, and I'll roll for you.
Okay, basically, the Minotaur in this case, 1d10 strength, 1d6, and is also a fairly competent combatant, so he will get a d8 too.
Okay, so there, and there.
So at this point,
very similar dice. Okay, here it comes.
Yes.
Now watch me roll really well.
Yeah, exactly. What happens now is that I, the narrator, I tell you, okay, he brings up his axe and he prepares to strike. Then I make the roll.
Oh, it's a beautiful roll. It's 19.
Okay, so, and I say, when you see him really behind his back, and then it goes for a powerful swing to the torso. What do you do? Well, basically, your defense. Right. Your defense is 6, so he has 13 points of success. Right. So what are you going to do? How much success are you willing to accept in this?
I'm going to accept 2 successes, and the way I'm going to do this is actually to drop flat.
Nice. Okay.
And because my goal next is to try to dart between his legs and get out the door.
Nice. Okay. Perfect.
So I'm going to drop flat.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So this is important because you can't do this, but if you had enough energy for undoing completely his attacks, and you undo completely his attack, you will gain basically the advantage of fiction. But let's not explore that. You could position yourself better.
I understand.
But you can still do that, because if you see, your dodge range is 3.
Right.
So when you dodge,
I can get that far. Perfect.
You can get to move. Okay, your dodge.
In that case, I want to move 3 hexes through him if possible. And
Yes.
to the door.
Okay.
Right.
So basically, you are going to accept 2 successes. So you want to drop his success from 13 to
Actually, wait.
5.
I'm going to take it. If I do 3 successes, then I will have 1 wound. Correct?
If you no. Depends on it. If you take 1 success, is going to do probably some damage, which is just going to blacken some pieces of your wound clock. So maybe let's say that it does 4 damage. You're going to take 1 wound and darken the next.
Yes, I understand that. I understand the metric. What I'm trying to say is it's not equal to the successes, though. There's just like on my sheet, there's a set of damage that goes.
Yes.
In that case, I'm not going to risk it. I'm only going to take 2 successes.
Okay, so basically you want to
spend... I don't like the look of that axe. There's more damage there.
No, it's going to be painful. So basically you spend 7 points because you want to bring it to 5, because 6 will trigger the next success.
Right.
And you spend 7 points of energy. You describe it. We are testing, but in play you say what you're going to do. So you drop down.
Oh, I think it's pretty clear. I mean, I am basically dropping, turning it into a somersault, because I am all athletic and things, to try to actually get through his legs.
Okay, so you get through that, and the axe scrapes you in the back.
Right.
While you do this.
How much damage do I take?
So I'm going to tell you that with 1 success, with 2 successes, you are going to take nasty. I would say 7 damages.
Right.
So you're going
where's my armor?
Your armor is accounted in your defense.
Oh, it's already there. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So basically, that means that you take 2 wounds, and you. So it's not.
No,
it's a big scrap. Yeah, it's bad.
Okay, so,
but you do roll between his leg,
and get my 3 hexes.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So that puts me. Does that change my next action? Do I lose anything, or am I at 9?
No, you will be acting at 9 again.
Perfect. Full move for the door.
Okay, fine. Okay, so basically, full move to the door. You are just right of C at this point.
Correct.
It doesn't really matter where.
Yeah.
So you full move to the door. It's going to take
6.
8.
Okay, 6 hexes.
Okay, I'm counting 4.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I'm moving you to F. You want to go all the way up. Okay. So basically that's going to take 12 move, but
you can move me to F. That's fine.
Okay, so basically you go ahead 8 in the clock, and you were at 7, so that will bring you at 15, and we don't have. You will notice 15, so we go to 3.
Right.
Because
hold on. I'm trying to do too many things. How fast do I move? There it is. Speed. How fast do I move?
No. Every human being moves. Your speed is 2 always. Okay. 2, basically, each it's 2 means you take 2 seconds to make 1 step.
Right. One
eggs. So you move 1 eggs. You're already a very fast creature as a human, and that means that you take to get to the door. It's 8 steps. It's F. You want to go to F, so you were right of C, so it's 4. Yes, so you will take in 8 seconds, so 8 steps of the clock. You will be at the door.
Sure. Now, my only hope is that he can't go as fast as me.
In fact, he can't. So, and he's starting from going to rush. I mean, in this case, you will be. So that will mean that you will drop a part of your defense against attacks, but move faster. So you will take only 4 to get to the door. You're rushing.
That's
you're
the
doing
idea. I'm very motivated. So,
double speed. You're going double speed, and the Minotaur.
Okay,
double
so
speed.
Just to let you know what I want to do next, because I figure that he is coming after me.
Yes.
Right. So as soon as I get through the door at F, my next move would be to go to one side and then go up.
Yeah. Climb. Okay, so basically we are. It's a house. The thing is a core. I mean, where are we fighting? I need to understand what you're climbing on. We didn't create.
That's the question. I mean, right now we have not really defined this place. But
let's say that this is a hut. This is basically a hut. Okay. So
Well, the idea is to the idea is to cram myself into a corner up there,
Okay.
and to
Okay.
stay very quiet.
Perfect. Okay, so I would say what happens next. Since his speed is the same as yours, you have an advantage. There is no other actors. This makes everything very simple. So you are going to have an advantage of 2 squares because you rolled a 3. 1 square he was his position. I'm sorry, I don't have the map with the pieces.
That's okay.
So
if
I need to reconstruct a bit. And so you're going to have a 2. We can basically reset the clock.
Right.
Let's do this in this case where you have a 2 pieces of 2. What's the name of the parts of a clock? Slices.
Hands.
Steps.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
Let's call them steps. You're 2 steps ahead. You have 2 seconds. So now what you want to do is you go out the door and then you climb over the. And at this point, so you're going to take your your relevant skill in this case, which is here is where it gets complicated because I had a very huge list of skills, and then I said, okay, this sucks, and I need to make things more immediate and not punish people for not spending the dots in the right thing. So let's say for this situation only that you are actually a very agile person. And so you're going to get to roll your D10 for dexterity in this case because it will be athletic. It will be your DC. No, let's do something like this. Okay, let's go use athleticism, which is only a D6. So now you're going to make your test. And I was saying, let's suppose that this is an athleticism task, but you're very well trained. So you have 2 dots. So you're going to roll 2 D8s and 1 D6.
Got it.
And you really care about this, I guess.
Oh, yes. I went in to do it by myself, so yes.
So maybe you want to spend some energy on this roll.
So I mean, this is spending before.
Yes, this is basically energy is a representation a bit between.
I understand, but
that blurb text about hit points in D&D that doesn't mean it's everything and nothing, more or less.
I completely understand. What do I do to roll? How do I change the roll?
Basically, I can tell you can spend 2 energy to get 6 on the roll.
To get what?
Roll. Gain 1d6. You roll 1d6,
right?
And you still pick.
So I have 2d6.
You still pick 3.
Excellent.
Perfect. Now you roll.
And so I have 19.
And you have summed up all 4 scores.
I have what?
You have summed up all 4 scores, or picked the best 3.
Oh, sorry, I'm picking the best 3. Yes. So therefore, I get 15.
Okay, perfect. Climbing is an instant climb. So basically, if you beat the complexity, you do it in 1 second.
Right.
So in this case, we will have to climb a certain distance, which is reaching the roof, which will be a complexity 4 task.
So I need to.
You beat it. Okay, basically, you reached the floor. You were, and in 1 second you kept up and you got on the floor and you are on the roof. Sorry. So the Minotaur goes out, and at this point, in the second you get up, you will get out of the door, and at this point we will have to roll. In this case, it's not you rolling stealth to not be seen by him, but it's him rolling his perception to beat your stealth DC, because he's the guy who is the acting character in this case.
So let's stop there. Because I have seen some things that I needed to see